Hi everyone, and welcome to this new video with me, Shruti. So this one is about divine relationships and embracing grace. I already made this video in the morning and I made it outside in nature. But the wind was very strong and I didn't realize that you couldn't hear much, so that's why I'm making it again. What's happening right now is this immense wave of just bliss that we've been feeling, and I've especially been feeling it the past few days. What's going on is that when we have a strong wave like this of bliss, or of expansion in some way, then the parts of us that are not yet fully unified within those frequencies, they also come up, to be unified within it. So this was a time for me of some deep releases, and once I had those releases and once I embraced my own inner grace, then the next morning when I woke up, which is today, I had this beautiful dream. So I'll first share the dream that I had, and then I'll go on to the other part of it. So I woke up with this beautiful dream in which there was a woman and she was in a bathtub, and she'd made her own like a spa thing and the feeling was very nurturing, so she was nurturing herself. And as these are archetypes, so it's not just about nurturing in a physical way, but our own inner nourishment. So Spirit was showing me that the time now, this time is like that Libra and Spring kind of energy, which is about this inner nourishment and about love. But the thing is that we first need to love ourselves fully from within, and then we come into partnerships and relationships with others as well within that love. So Spirit was showing me that now is this time of nurturing ourselves and nourishing ourselves from within, and then moving into June and the summer is going to be a time of these new doorways and great manifestations when it comes to divine relationships. So we are already feeling this energy of these new relationships, and you might be feeling this magic as well. So that was what I woke up with this morning, was this great sense of magic, and I was excited to share about this as well, and I was telling a friend as well about my dream. So what Spirit was showing me is that the way in which we are bringing in these new relationships, or we're connecting in a new way with the relationships that we already had, these are kind of beyond our expectations and beyond the limits that we thought possible. And that's why we're feeling this magic, because there's this new grand opening that's coming. So in order to be in the energy of something that is beyond our expectations, first what needs to happen is that we need to release and surrender all the expectations that we have of others. So that is what's happening right now, is releases regarding that. So what Spirit was showing me is that we need to really embrace our wholeness from within, so that state of divine grace that we all are, which is those essences of love, wisdom and power. So we're all whole from within. But when we haven't yet fully claimed this, and we don't fully know this yet, that means we haven't yet fully accepted ourselves yet. And so we might then, in our relationships, then that means that we haven't yet fully accepted others as well. So when things come up in your relationship, so say for example, you have a friend or you have a partner, and it's a co-creative relationship, and it's very fulfilling, but suddenly you have this new desire and you feel that they're not able to bring this quality to you. So maybe, for example, let's say you are a very nurturing soul, but the relationship that you have or the partnership, that being, it has a more masculine energy and they bring more the energy of maybe support, but you feel like you need this nurturing as well, and they're not able to give it to you. So when we have thoughts like this, this is when we know that that this is just an essence that wants to be birthed from within. So anything that we expect from others in this way is something that in truth we we need to give ourselves. So so when you have this coming up in your own life, it's also to go within and to know that this state of grace is not just that it's available to you at all times, but this is the truth of what you are. So when, as soon as we accept that and we surrender to it, then the energy shifts. And so this is what happened with me last night. So when we are going through this, a gateway like this wave of divine bliss, then we might be going through a bit of a roller coaster sometimes as well, because the parts of us that are not yet fully unified, they want to be unified. So we go through these ups and downs. So the thing is, how Spirit was showing me was that when we hit that bottom, so it's like hitting rock bottom. Sometimes when we hit that rock bottom, it's not such a bad thing, because then we realize, how we realize the truth of what we are, because all else falls away. So all the things that we tried, maybe we tried to nourish ourselves in this way through external means, and we tried and then we lost all hope, and in that moment we had a mini breakdown, and we thought that this never comes to me, and I can never have this no matter what I do. So when you have a moment like this, you might feel that your soul passion comes up, because this is the truth of what you are, and this is what Saint Germain talks about in his books. And he says that in moments like this, that when you hit that rock bottom, then that soul passion will come up, and there's something within you that will say, no, I'm not giving up, because it has this will to go on, because it knows that this is not the truth, that all hope is lost. And so that's a point that we can truly embrace that within us as well. But it's not just in moments like that, when we hit rock bottom, but this is available to us at all times. So this is what is being shown to us very strongly at this time, because we're kind of being forced in a way, like strongly nudged in this direction to just embrace the new when it comes. So these changes are taking place in our divine relationships as well. The relationships in our lives that we have that are co-creative in nature as well are expanding, because we are constantly expanding. The souls that are embracing the path of ascension, their state is constant expansion, and that's their devotion. So these relationships, they also change and expand. So sometimes we're afraid to do this, because embracing the new and stepping into something new means also letting go of some old ways. And so we're afraid to let go of what we know. And then we feel the void of, before something new comes in, we feel that void, and sometimes we're not comfortable with that feeling, and it can feel empty. And we try and fill it up with, in these ways, by seeking something from the external. But the message very strongly is that this is a time of nurturing from within. So it's knowing that that fountain of nourishment lies within you and not anywhere outside of you. And when we truly embody that from within and know ourselves as that completeness, as that divine grace, then love flows to us in all different ways. So we also have this way of projecting of how certain things will flow to us. So for example, we expect all of it from our partner, and we expect that it'll all flow to us from them. And in this way we limit it. So when we truly embody it from within first, then there are myriad ways in which it can flow to you. And so another message here is to not limit ourselves in that way, because in this dream that I had, and how spirit is showing me, is that there's just no limits and to what you can manifest within your relationships. And that is the magic that we're feeling right now. So that's why we're letting go of all of these limiting ways in which we were limiting ourselves by playing these certain roles that are still kind of within the old, and we're kind of being strongly nudged in this way. So the thing to do is to just surrender and embrace the new. And lastly, also how spirit was showing me was that another way that we limit ourselves is on our ascension path, for example, we might not have met many other souls who maybe embody the same level of awareness as us, or who are embracing this path of conscious soul embodiment. So then somewhere down the line we became a bit cynical, and we didn't even realize it, but we became cynical in this way, and we thought that some part of us believes that we can never manifest relationships and partnerships that will mirror us in that way, mirror our divinity. But this is how spirit was showing me through the dream as well, is that it's all possible, and the truth of it lies in the feeling and in embracing this wholeness within first. So that's what we're doing right now, and as we do that, then these doors of manifestation are completely open, and there's just this immense potential for all of us. So I hope that you're feeling this magic as well in your own life. And that's it from me in this video, and I'll see you next time.